Deadlines are getting tight. Burnout is becoming the norm. Repetitive tasks, avoidable errors, and constant inaccuracies slow projects down. Instead of focusing on the technical decisions, professionals are stuck repeating the same tasks, juggling multiple projects, correcting mistakes, and racing against time. Our plugins are built to solve these problems. They automate repetitive workflows, reduce errors, and improve accuracy, allowing you to manage multiple projects efficiently while focusing your attention on the more technical, high-value aspects of your work. More than 1,200 professionals and firms across the world have already tested our tools. The feedback is the same: faster, smarter, more affordable. Getting started is as easy as it gets. Simply visit our website and explore a wide range of tools designed specifically for your discipline. You can view product details, compare features, and even see pricing in your own local currency with no hidden charges or complicated steps. After purchase, click the Download the Installer button on the Success page, or visit our homepage and scroll to the KS Studio Installer section. Once downloaded, double-click to run the setup and complete the installation. Then, launch the installer and sign in with your KS Digital Studio account or Google. Your dashboard will display all your purchased apps, their status, and updates, so you can easily install or manage your Revit plugins and CAD tools. Our mission is simple: to make construction technology accessible, affordable, and built for how we actually work. Join thousands of construction professionals already building faster.
Sign up now. Studio.ksdigital.tech. First 500 users get 90% off. KS Digital Innovations. Building the future, one project at a time. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Okay. Right, if you are joining us, if you are watching, can you let us know where you're watching from? Let us know where you're watching from. Where you're watching from or starting. We're going to be a Q&A session where you ask all the questions that you have concerning KS Digital Innovation or KS Digital Studio tools. And then we answer them. We answer all of your questions. If you have feedbacks about our tools, our software, and our plugins, you can always write them in the comment section. Either wherever you are, if it's LinkedIn or if it's YouTube, we are always available to listen to you and to answer your questions. So while we're waiting for comments, I will just play background music and wait for attendees from every part of the country or of the continent and also part of the world. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Jimmy from Kenya. Jimmy, my very good friend. Thank you, David, my good friend. I am by one of our fervent users. Thank you for joining. It's simply a Q&A session. Whatever questions you have, start putting them together. Okay. All right. Waiting. Let's see how many attendees we have on LinkedIn. And please confirm if you can hear me very well. And confirm if you can hear me very well. Okay, let me confirm on YouTube. Let's see that on YouTube we have all right, yeah, YouTube is coming out well. It's coming out well. Thank you very much. And welcome Taufik from Lagos. It's coming out well. Thank you very much. Okay. Welcome Taufik from Lagos. All right. Should be commencing anytime from now. Okay, let me set up my Rabbits. Screen. My Rabbit screen. All right. Let's see. I still need to know where we are coming from. We have more attendees. I think we have about okay, very few people on YouTube. Please kindly share this to your community, to your office WhatsApp group, and to your, if it's your association WhatsApp group, share with them. They really help us a lot to spread the good news of how we are helping professionals in construction to do their work better, faster. Okay, 1 second. Hello? Yeah, also you're around. You can come inside now. I'm actually doing something. I'm in a meeting. Okay, there's someone come open it for you. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, I've been muted. Okay. All right, so this webinar is basically a walkthrough of all the tools that we've been able to publish on our platform. And if you don't know about our platform, I'm going to share that with you shortly. And recently, we've been pushing out very fantastic updates that A lot of users are so amazed to see, even myself, my art team, we are very happy that we are pushing out about this like that. And this update helps you to do even better on your projects. You can spend little or less time like you've been doing with the tools. You can spend, sorry, how do I put it? You can save more time on your projects with these updates. We are trying to help you work faster. So as we ship out more updates, the goal is to help you crush down time that you spend on delivering your project. So yeah, I'm still trying to set up my let me know if you can see my screen when I share it. Okay. And welcome everybody, and welcome to this webinar. I'm trying to make sure that everything is set here. I'm sorry that there's a bit of delay in commencement of this webinar. So we're trying as much as possible to make sure that our users are brought up to speed with every new update that is being pushed out. If you are just joining, this is the goal of this webinar, and also to answer questions about all the tools. If you are using any of the tools, you have questions about how to deploy them, how to utilize them, how to, whatever question it is, as long as it is within the jurisdiction of these tools, I tell you that we can answer your questions and help you do better with them. Yeah, so I'm going to be sharing my screen in a bit. Sorry that this is taking some time. I just need to fix a few things here. Kindly share to your colleagues. Share this link to your colleagues. Link to this through YouTube or LinkedIn. We are streaming on both platforms. Kindly share this live webinar. All right, it's on the screen. Welcome. Yusuf Kolali Konrabu. Thank you very much for joining. If you have questions whatsoever, please start compiling them. And the goal is to make sure that we answer all the questions that you have. Whatsoever question it is, the goal is to make sure that we answer every one of them. And I'm going to start with the installer. Let's start with the installer. A few updates we made to the installer. We got a few complaints from some of our users. Okay. All right, so welcome everyone. Just to keep us updated, kindly see my screen. I'm sharing my screen now. All right. So as you can see, you have my screen here. If you have questions whatsoever, as we run you through the entire platform, we want you to drop your questions. Very important for us because we want to make sure that we serve you. You're enjoying the tools that you purchased. First and foremost, if you have not signed up on our platform, please, you can do that through our website. Our website is going to be on your screen in a few seconds. You can see this is the website on your screen. So, and if you want to sign up, it's quite easy. Let's sign up now using this tool. This link, studio.caredigital.tech. Want to create accounts, and then you can sign up. You can sign up as an individual, or the professional wants to purchase the tools for yourself. And then as a team, if you want to purchase as a team for your company via enterprise licensing, we have both covered. So it's a B2C and a B2B business model. We are capturing both scenarios. So yeah. So once you go down on our page, you will see a video that explains to you what we do in 2 minutes and then what we are trying to achieve in the industry. You can see featured products and the pricing, also the installer where you're able to access all your plugins. This is where you can access all your plugins. And then gradually we are going to start putting up feedback from our users, testimonials of how these tools have been able to help them save time, especially on projects that they would have been spending hours, weeks, months on. They're spending, they are doing their work, they're doing their projects at a better amount of time right now without tools. So that's definitely very soon we're going to be pushing out testimonials on our website. So you can be very rest assured that lots of people across the world are currently using our tools. We have over 2,000 users right now, or 2,000 users right now on our platform. So that tells you that yes, we are doing something. All right. So currently we have about 7 tools available for you to use. Keep publishing more. A few others are coming. If you click on all, you'll see other tools. If you want to see coming soon, one coming soon, you have a few others here. And then if you want to see the ones that are specific to architecture, you can see them here. The ones that are available and one coming soon. Engineering tools as well, you can find them here as well. Construction tools. We don't have construction tools here, we are still building. And then we have one more discipline that cuts across different professions. All right, so I'm going to quickly dive in, and then first and foremost, we are pushing out an update very soon. A lot of users complained about signing in every day. So we are going to be adding a few. We added a few updates. So the complaint basically was they keep signing in every day through this sign-in button. You have the sign-in button here. Yeah. So that we added a feature where you can save your details, save your device on our server as a trusted device, and then we can keep you signed in for 30 days. You can keep you signed in for 30 days by just clicking on this checkbox. Okay. Welcome, Andrews from Ebonyi State. Thank you for joining. All right. So, like I said, you can see on screen, share this live with your colleagues. I'm going to hide this now. Okay. Make this a bit smaller. Okay. All right. So, like I was saying, you can now save your device, signed and stay signed in for 30 days. Which is a good thing. It's an upgrade for users who find it frustrating to sign up every day. So, or sign in every day. So this has been fixed. Also, the issue that you experience, our users experience, and makes the tools disappear or become deactivated on the Revit Freeborn has been resolved as well. So once you have your installers logged into, so you log into your installer, you don't have that issue of it deactivating the buttons anymore. Yep. All right, I'm going to sign in. I'm going to show you some updates we had. We added to some of the products, so you can check on your end what version you're currently using. So we have a question. I'm going to be answering the question in real time. Jamie asked, have you pushed this update for the installer yet? Not yet. We are going to push that to 9th or March to by Monday. If you can do it tonight, you can do it on Monday. You will have it first thing Monday on your desk, on your computers. Once you start work, you can install the updates that we have pushed. That we are going to be pushing. All right. So I think that answers your question, Jimmy. Thanks for asking. Keep your questions coming. I'm going to write that out. So, yeah, I have some comments here. All right, thank you, Jimmy. Okay, so if you can see on the manage your apps, you have a few. Oh, sorry. Okay, that is not it. You have StructViews. StructViews is the available version now. Is the latest version is 1.0.6. And then if you check your installer and you see that your version is less than this, please just kindly update. We've created an update center at the top left, the top right of the installer, where you can find every update that we push on the platform on the App Store. Same as element numbering. The latest version now is 1.0.4. If you have anything else, kindly update it. Reba Automates 1.7 is going to be a newer version by Monday. And then I think that's practically all the updates we've made on products. So yeah, element numbering, Reba Automate, and then StructViews. All right, so let's close this. And then for your StructViews, I'm going to quickly run through one of the updates we pushed out. And that's basically going to be on the Slab Rebar. And Slab Rebar, we got feedback from our users that there's still some level of manual work with the way the slab reinforcements have been modeled. And then we found a way to actually make it a bit more automated. So you can save more time generating your slab rebar across your projects and whatever. Some other features that some users asked, they won't be able to return and crank their bars at perimeters. So let me hide this. Okay, so they won't be able to crank their bars on the perimeter or return bars crank bars and also return bars. These two apps to crank your bars. I'm going to show you an example of how you can use it. You also have this edit dimension text in situations where you have to group your slab rebars. Your slab rebars sometimes needs grouping, and then there's this thing that comes with Revit, the extra, what do I call it now? I think it's the range here, the amount of rebars in that set. It gives you an extra number 2 or 1 something. So we created this edit dimension text for you to be able to fix that. All right. So another thing is, if I can remember, being able to color your bars now. You can color your bars from anywhere across your Revit model. Your rebars can be colored. We also added a few things we can remember. Yeah, column rebar can now create for circular columns if you've not tried it out. Can now select multiple columns at once, generate everything at once. You also have the ability to pick your your starter bar can start as can go all through a column, and then you have the situation where you can actually just start from a foundation. So you have both options. You also have this lap option. If you want to crank your bars, you can crank at the bottom of the column or at the top of the column. That's one of the few obviously pitched. Also, what else? What else? They're going to be facing out some tools like group and tag rebars, because we added it to hide and tag rebars now. As you can see, group rebars is now visible for your slab and foundation. In case you want to group rebars, just clicking these group rebars, you're able to pick the kind of tag you want to use for it. So let's just try something else. I'm going to go one step at a time, and then we are going to start answering the questions as they come. So I'm going to start with slab rebars, and then let's look at the updates. Now, for slab rebars, I have the ability to just create all my slab reinforcement by just selecting the slab. Before now, this was how it works. We had like three methods. This standard 4-point method was the first method we had, and this is how you could work with it. We were able to work with it then. We've been able to upgrade it now, but this is how it worked. Like, you select your slab, and then you pick the points. Another thing, this checkbox wasn't available before. Detect beams and avoid clashes wasn't there before. So this helps you to detect beams. So if you don't want that, the initial situation was this. It was never there. So this is how we are working before now. You pick the first point, second point, P1, P2, P3, and P4. P4 somewhere here. My Revit is hanging a bit. I have to put it a few times. P4. Yeah, and you see this, it creates your slab rebars like this. Or you have a situation where some bars are going into your beams. So that's why we added this feature where you can detect beams and avoid clashes. All right, so we're going to hide other bars. Like I see my column rebars and the slab rebars and beam rebars showing here. Let's hide rebars in view. Yeah. Come back to my slab rebar. Now I'm going to do the same thing like I did now, but making sure that it detects beams and avoid clashes is tipped. So when I do that, click on it. Click this, P1, P2, P3, P4. Now you can see how it splits the bars and makes them stop at the beams. Can also start at the other side of the beam. So you don't have to be deleting bars or doing some cleanups because you don't want your slab rebars to clash with your beams. So you have this situation now where your bars are avoiding the beams. That's beautiful. I think that's a fantastic update from us, because really it makes your drawing look very clean. Another thing is that I'm going to just select all this. Then I'm going to select slab only auto detect method, where you can just select the slab and you have to detect the geometry of the slab and then places your reinforcement. And make sure that your detect beams and avoid light is also ticked. It avoids the entire beam that cuts across the slab, and then place your reinforcement. Let's try that out. Just click on the slabs and wait for a few seconds while it does this. Okay, we have a question here. Is there a way to edit the column, rebar, length, or crank? I'm still having issues with struggle column options. I think, okay, sorry, I should show this question. It's a very important question. Is there a way to edit the column rebar, length, or crank? That's the first question. Second question is this. I'm still having issues with struct view column options. I think maybe it's my column elevation template. If you can help us buttress the number 2 question, it will help us a lot. The number 2 question, you can just type it in the comments and let us know what you mean by it's your column elevation templates. What issues are you really having? So that it's not creating the column views, or it's not, or how do I put it down? Or maybe an error is popping up or something. Can you help us clarify? Thank you. I will wait for your question and your response. I'm going to answer both questions. I'm going to start it and make sure that we come back to it. So we have our rebars placed, as you can see, amazingly well. We need to extend your bars. You can just stretch them as you want, however you want it to be. Or in a bit to avoid clashes like this. Yeah, you can see it's avoiding all the beams. Perfectly avoiding the beams. You have your rebar sets created very well, accurately well. I just selecting the slab. So if I want to tag this, before I tag, I would like to split my rebars based on stock length or however I want to do it. If you've not figured out how to do that, this is how I'm going to do it here. Split rebars, select the host elements. I like to split and beam support. Most of us do that a lot. So I can also specify the stock length. That's the standard stock length that most people use. That's steel rebars come from fabrication sites or something. So you also can also specify the lap length. I want to limit at 12 meters, which is 12,000 millimeters, and then click on run split. I select my slab. It reads all the reinforcements, and as you can see, it checks for the ones that are more than 12 meters and then stops them where they should be stopped. As you can see, amazing. Click on the bar, you can see that you have a bar here, not more than 12 meters. You can see here. I'm going to make my video a bit more. All right, we have 2 questions. I think it has Yusuf Olalekan wants to clarify this question. We're going to go there right now after this. Immediately after, we are going straight into the column. Let me come here. Okay. Make my video a bit smaller. See if I can move this. All right. Let me see. Okay. So let's quickly tag this. We splitted the bars. Let's quickly tag them. You have either tag rebars. I love using this particular one. And if you don't have your tags, you can easily come to import every templates. We provided you tags that you can use for your own details, your reinforcement details. So I love to use this particular one. Above that tag, it kind of mimics the way tags have been created in CATRC in AutoCAD. Yeah, so a lot of people use this in the industry, so that not mimic it. It looks almost exactly like it. So the group tag is the one that is called for bar grouping. We did that way because we want to make sure that we can be able to see how many bars are in each group set. Now we also added a new method where we don't have to select the slab. It needs for all the slabs in the view and checks for all the reinforcement and tags all of them at once. So few clicks and then we hit apply. You can see it's created tags with the groups. So now this is what I was talking about. The edit dimension text is one that gives you the extract tool. As you can, this is 10 and this is 10. And the total here is 20, right? 20, so but you are seeing an extract tool. It's not calculating it as part of the number of bars in that group set, that rebar set group. but at the same time, you don't like to see it on your drawing. It can confuse some, how do I put it? It can confuse people on sites who are going to be interpreting this drawing. So one thing we did was to provide this tool called Edit Dimension Text. So it's a tool that just pops up. You can replace with any value. What I just do is I just hit a single space bar, and the more like saying I want to replace that number 2 with the brackets with a space bar that with an empty text. I just click apply. I hit apply, and then click this. It disappears. The other 2 still available. As you can see, it's empty. So you can do that for your tags, the ones that have the 2 on it. Very simple. Quite simple. Look for, you have another 2 here. Then you have where else do we have to? I think we've been able to capture all the tools. Okay, we've been able to capture all the tools. Amazing. So it's just like a little bit. We also made a few updates with the way bars, the tags that are being called out. We tried as much as possible to avoid situations where there are clashes, or situations where you have like this scenario. You can always bring this guy down if it's just one bar, and you just space bar. You see it's the single, but it makes it changes the orientation basically. Yeah. So you have this, you have this, you have this, and then if you've forgotten how to make sure that the bars show some level of clarity, we have the tool that helps you to do that. That shows that there's a kind of lack at the bin support. Is this tool here, shift bar position? You can see that these 2 bars are kind of on the same line, and you only show them that, okay, they're on the same line, but at the same time, they are lapping. And just click one of them and hit shift right, and it gives you this feeling. Normally, what you would do what you would do with the available tools in Revit is to click on this and then click on select bars and check this one, then pick the bar you want to click, then click finish. It's kind of frustrating if you want to do it multiple times. So you can just select multiple bars, the ones that have a situation. That's one way that you can find them with your eyes. And then just hit your button, and does it changes the bar position, so you can see the lap clearly. So this works fine. So that's the updates with slab rebar. It's fantastic, something you can do. It works for both top and bottom reinforcement. So I'm going to quickly answer the questions right now. Is there a way to edit column rebars? This is from Yusuf Olalekan Rabiu. Is there a way to edit column rebars, rebar length, or crank? Okay, I'm still having issues with structural column options. I think maybe it's my column elevation template. So it made it clarify what you meant by that number 2 question. Said it's not creating the column views correctly. That's why I said maybe it's the template I'm using. Okay, when you say correctly, okay, it's creating the views, but it's not looking good, possibly. If there is time for you to take us through column elevation template and how to use the struct views, all right, I'm going to do that. Normally, what I did was that I created some sort of create templates. I created a template for running demos and all of these things, but I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. First and foremost, let's answer question 1. Now, if we go to the 3D view of this model, this is like a sample model we've been using for tutorials, and then I would like us to delete all the bars. Let's delete all the reinforcements so we can start afresh. Okay, we have everything gone, and then I want to know, I think, let me check if I have any column animations. I do. I have for bits as well. I'll delete them on the sheets. I also go to my detail views for this and delete all of them. And then sections, I'm going to delete all of them so I can start afresh. Let's see what sections these are. Okay, these are numerous live sections. So now let's create our column education. Normally, once you come to this elevation template, you should see this if you have templates already. But now what we are going to be pushing out, the new update is going to have all of these templates for you to use on your projects. You get? Yes, you need to have all of. Let me see if I can make this a bit smaller so that these comments should not cover the entire. Let's see. The font looks a bit big. I'm just going to hide the question for now, the comment for now from Yusuf, so we can see the screen in full. And so yeah, with this template, I'm going to show you how to create yours. So, but let me quickly create one now and show you how it looks like. So column elevation, KS column elevation. That's for the elevation templates. The section of templates is column section. Yeah, those are two we created. And then the properties are named. I want to use the mark. So I think this will bring us to these two element numbering. Very important. Assures this is very important because a lot of us still struggle with kind of numbering our elements. I'm going to answer your question, Yusuf, but this is going to take us to your question. So if we come to floor 1, you can see that these guys have been named. These guys have been named C1, C2, C3, whatever. Because we have some columns here, that's why they are named as well. We tag them, you can see C6. They have been tagged, they've been named rather, they've been given numbers rather. So I'm going to make sure that the numbers just only works for this particular title of the project, the main project. This one is on the side, just for an example for the BM reverse. So let me quickly number the elements. Is quite easy with this two element numbering. So how it works is this. I'm going to come here. We have different options to select the components, and you specify the category or component you want to number in space columns, because we want to create column elevation. Very important. We have that. So I can, in this case, I won't click on current view because we're going to take all the columns in this view. I'd rather pick maybe you have. I'd rather pick manually. So you have this button that shows pick elements in every view. The other options we have is entire model, just like what you have in. So if you're on the particular view, it picks just for that view. But if it's the entire model, it takes all the columns in the entire model and numbers them based on certain rules. And then you have this filter base where you can specify certain filter. Maybe you just want to number columns on first floor alone. You can just pick maybe the bottom level, the base level is first floor. That's going from first to second floor. This level equals first floor. Then that's what this filter base does. I'm going to go to pick manually and then come here and pick just columns on this side of the project. Then click finish. You can see here, said on the bottom left, you have like a status. Click send one element and then click on generate table. You have this prefix. You can also save templates. In this case, you can save templates. Maybe I want columns. I'm naming it columns webinar. I have certain templates set here. Maybe I call it 1C1 or whatever it's I've done here. I can save it as a template. And then it comes here as a template. You can reuse them. Yeah. So that reduces the work of clicking every time. And you reach that. So I'm going to come to pick manually. Yeah, I've picked it. I'll then generate table. As it says, one columns. And one beautiful thing we were able to do was to recognize columns on the same stack, which means that columns that are on the same stack like this will have the same number. That's what this does. Number column by stack, one number per stack. You can see the instruction there. You tooltip there, once you put your cursor on it. So what parameter do you want to put it in? That's where we come here. See, look at this column, you will see the parameter we used. It is mark. As you can see, C2 is on mark. So we can change that if we want. In certain situations, some people use Prota's mark parameter. You can just select it, so it's going to be there. All right, so now as you can see, generate table preview, and then we are numbering from top to bottom and then left to right. So top to the bottom, top here, and then to left, right. Let's see what comes up. Oh, great. As you can see, this is now C1, C2, C3, C4. And just so you know, every column on each stack now has that same numbering. For example, this is C2. This is the next level is also C2. That level is C2, C2, all the way, which is amazing, which is something that a lot of people have to do manually once they open a new level or a new view. So that's it for element numbering. Has done its work. It also works for beans. I forgot to mention, it works for beans as well. In situations where you have beans that are kind of collinear, for example, you have beans like this. Let's start this bean. Let me remove the leader. This bean. Okay, yeah, as you can see, they are broken beans. You can see they're broken beans, but they have the same mark. So you want to rename them, number them, or columns, first beams. We have newer options. You can order your beams the way you want. Maybe you want to number the vertical beams first, and maybe the horizontal beams next, and then other beams, maybe they are slanted beams on plan. You can do that. You can choose however you want to do it. I can start with this, then the collinear beams. The collinear beams, the text beams that are on is the beam segments that are collinear and so on continuous. If they are broken, it detects them that this is one continuous beam, which is amazing, really. Then you can generate. I can start with this, generates. And then we pick, I should pick the beams template I have here. Then I want this to be, okay, filter beams, yes, first floor, and left to right. Let's see how it looks like. Let's apply numbering. Okay, if it's starting as before, let's see, it should be top to bottom, then left to right. The tech collinear beams, generates, and creates. Because it's 1B1, 1B2, 1B3. We have 1B7 comes to the left hand side, vertical one. 1B8, you have 1B9, you have 1B10, 1B11. Numbers them perfectly well for you. Amazing. Yeah. So element numbering has done its job for us. So we're done. This would have taken hours to do, to be honest. So now let's go back to column elevations, column views. Just to answer this question, I'm going to make sure that I do justice to your question. So I'm going to be answering number 2 first, then I'll go to number 1. Number 2, because I want to make sure I create all the elevation views. So this normally gives us, uses the template we already created. I'm going to show you how to create templates. So dimensions, I pick dimension style, and I'm going to use this one. And then offset, however I want it to be. And I pick the view name, section detail. I can save this 10, and then this is 60. This 10 is for the column elevation, and this is for this 60 is for the column sections. Another thing to make sure you don't forget is 40 is for your columns. Make sure you are picking a section for the elevation family, and then make sure you are picking a detail for your section family. How do you know the difference? This is a section. I'm going to turn on my section. I'm going to turn on sections here. Sections. So I draw a section. This is a section. Yeah. You can see the two options when you click on this is section, build a section, and this is a detail view. We use detail view for the section views, and for the relation views we use a section family. So that's why. So if you mistakenly pick section in this case, might not work for you. That's how it works. So we just need to follow the rules. Very important that we do that. So I just come here to system operation and I click on, I call this column rebar detail. I tell it to place the section beside this column on the sheet, which is what I want. And the min 65. I come to 3D and 3D view. And I do this previews. Views, like all, then you finish. What will happen? It will create the sheet. Just few seconds, about 15 to 20 seconds, and on the side of the project. And then it's done. As you can see, that's created 3 columns with rebar detail sheets, 1 of 2, 3, 1 of 2 of 3, and 3 of 3. When I open it up now, welcome everyone who just joined new for every new attendee. Thank you for joining. But you can see, yeah, this is it. So now, how did I come up with this column section that looks a bit clean, looks organized, and then ready to be detailed? Very simple. Comes for these views. Normally, I don't have a template. You see on the left-hand side, we have a template assigned to it. But I don't need template, or of course, you're gonna start with no template. So what you're gonna do is basically, oh sorry, I'm covering up some things. I'm gonna hide my screen, myself. I'm going to remove the banner. Okay, I didn't remove the banner. So just let's go to the visibility graphics, VG or VV, anyhow we know it to be. So you can see here it's showing the visibility graphics for section column C1. This particular section, it was using the name that we told it to use on this guy here, column and the mark C1. So how do you do it? I made sure that all of the categories except the rebar are kind of light in have a different shade for their lines. All their lines, that means the cut lines, or the edges of the columns, the beams, the slabs are colored gray. You get, so that the rebars will be more prominent. So I do that, select all pieces, and I pick the weight to be 1. I see the color of this one, okay, and then okay. And then for the same thing, while it's all selected, except the structural rebar, I do the same thing for the cut lines. Pick the color here, and then the weight here. And then for patterns, I make sure that I hide the patterns for basically everything. I hide for everything. Yeah. That's it. Except for rebars. I won't remove every form of pattern. I just want my store. I don't want to see concrete arch patterns and stuff. So I do the same thing for the projection surface. Okay. I click apply. That's all. That's how I made this section. Very thin. And I use this scale, depending on the size of your project, use the scale that works for you. Scale 35. I use the scale 35, which keeps it well inside of the project. So if I use something like this, maybe it's scale 30 or 25, what happens is that it goes beyond the sheets. And in this case, what happens, what the plugin does is that it's going to create 1 column per sheet, which is not really what you want, right? So make sure that you do that one column, then create it as a template. So I will undo now. So how do I create this as a template? It's quite simple. I have the view open. I come to view templates, click on that none button. I can then come and click on show views. So I click on show views, I'll look for what? Column C1, because that's the name of the view. I want to use column C1 as the view template. I duplicate it and give it a name. New column elevation. You get, so by doing this, you've created a template for your column elevation. So as you do that, you can then come to your views here and come back here. Let's save new column elevation in here. Okay, it's not. Okay, let me open up. Okay. Once you load it up, you're gonna see it here on your elevation template drop down, definitely. So that's how simple it is to create your column views. It's quite simple. Yeah, but we are going to make it very easier, much easier for you by providing the templates on this plugin. So it's going to be somewhere here where you can import templates that you can use for your projects, and then you can customize that as you want. So now let's go to River Automate, and then let's answer your first question. I think we're able to answer the second question. If you still need some clarity about the question, you still you can always drop a comment. So the first question is, there a way to edit the column river background? So let's quickly create column rivers. We want to flex a little bit the new features we added to the column river. I'm going to call this column rivers. I'm going to adopt the column cover. I'll make sure that my column cover is set. I can do this by isolating category. My keyboard select all of them. Make sure the cover is same everywhere. I prefer using cover of 30 mm. Yeah, 30 mm cover. Yep. Depending on whatever you want to use based on your design. Cover of 30 mm, and then I'm going to let me hide these comments for now. And then I'll restore. So I have all the columns here having the same cover. So I can make sure that I just click on adopt column cover here. Or if I want to specify a particular cover, I can come here and specify and check this and specify it as I want. But I love to adopt, so it can be the same everywhere. So, okay, I think we're going to be answering this question concurrently. The one from Yusuf Olalekan and also from Adebayo Okubena. Column Automate is not displaying the current level footing. That's for footing. And the struct view for columns is not responding at all. My thing is already looking for it's working perfectly. We're going to test in 2024 and see why. We're going to test as it's in internally and then figure out what the problem is, and then make sure that we push out an update. 2024 and 2025 is quite different because Revit changed the software framework that it built, that the software were built on. On 2024, it's using the .NET framework 4.8. If you understand this tense, it's a .NET operating system framework where desktop apps are built on which desktop apps are built on. But for 2025, it is .NET 8.0. It's a different framework entirely. So they are quite different. So there might be situations where some things might shift or shake plugins because of the different APIs and frameworks that were used across the different versions. Even 2027 changed to .NET 10.0. So all of these things, we try to make sure that these plugins adapt to all of these frameworks as we build. All right, so we're going to answer the questions. So now let's quickly put some rebars into our columns. Let's do 16 mm, yeah, across everywhere. 3 short side, the short direction, which is longer side, just put 4. And then stirrups, I'll pick the shape, and the variable shape for the stirrup, which is shape 52. We also had that intermediate type, the situations where, this role in structural design where columns or compression members have longitudinal bars. A longitudinal bar should not be more than 150 mm away from a restraint bar. So we incorporated that there. I'm going to put in the code reference in the next update so you can know where it's coming from. So you can either have it as sausage links, which ties the bars internally, or you can use 2-leg stirrups and sausage links where there's a need for sausage links. So I'm going to come to, you'll make this maybe 150, come to ending, click the ending foundation anchor. Now, one thing I want you to understand about this is this. I'm going to use this as an example. If you don't have a foundation, I think to answer your question, okay, to answer your question, Mr. Adebayo Bernard, if you don't have a foundation, if you don't have a footing under this column, it will not create the river, that crank river. It won't create that crank shape, the L shape. But until you have like a section, I'm going to show you an example. I'm going to do this. Let me use lap option, inline crank, leave this for now. Then come and click generate. See, for this one, we can see the leg. For this, it's not showing the leg because there is no foundation underneath it. So if you don't have foundation, which I believe might be the case for you, if you don't have foundation underneath a foundation component underneath your column, it will not create these crank bars as you can see them. Yeah, so that's the trick. So if I come here and then replicate, place this as columns. Let's pick this column and it's the picking foundation level. I'll change it to ground floor level. Yeah. And I come back and generate this. You can see you have your legs. If I remove this again and generate it, the plugin says that okay, there is no foundation element underneath it. So I think that answers your question about it not showing the leg. This leg, bend leg, yeah, which is a starter bar leg. And you can see. All right, so I think that answers the question. So now I want to show you how this works for multiple components. I just select everything at once. Click on this, which my stirrups are set. The lap option I choose how I want to lap the bars. I'm going to do something right now and show you both screens, the utility view and your column view, elevation view. So we're going to click on generate. I just select everything. Click finish. What happens? Give it a few seconds and then it's going to generate the reinforcements for the columns. Awesome. Let's see. Generated it all the columns. So now something you should observe. You can see that the crank here changed. The crank is bending from the bottom of the column. You can change that situation. You can change it. If I come here and pick crank at the top of the bar, watch what happens. If it's cranking at the bottom, let's change this and see what happens. Let's see, it's cranking at the top. So you can choose whichever direction you want. So I think the question from Atibayo, no, from Yusuf is, it's not creating the columns views correctly. That's okay. Sorry, let's take it again. There is a way to edit the column rebar length or crank. So the crank. Okay, we are not able to edit this. I think this is a very nice feedback. We are going to make sure that it's editable. So why it was not editable in this current version? Because of the way Revit. Now there's a situation. If you observe, we make sure that you can call all your bars out at once, and we show you the bars as coming. Let me set this. Show you the bars as 10C 16. You can see you have 10 bars here. If we calculate it, you have 10 here, 6, 3, 3, 6, and 4, 10. But the way Revit does it is such that you have to create on one side of the column face, the other side, so you cannot tag them all at once. You have multiple tags on your column, which doesn't make it. It makes a bit, and yeah. Okay. We have a question from Ogenero. Let's just say Ogene. So I didn't call the name wrongly. For the column stroke view generated, why are the rebar not showing? Because we created the rebars separately. The views came first, then the rebars. Now you can see that rebars are created here. You can see rebars are created. You can see the rebars. However you want it. You can start with creating rebars and then create the struct views, create their views, and then generate both the views and you see the rebars in them. But if you create your struct views and you want to create your column elevations views as example views, and you want to show what do I call it now? Reinforcement. You just have to go to Repulsement to create it. So I think that answers your question. So as you can see, let's do this. Now, if you observe, you can see the bar shooting out of the column at the top. We can resolve that by simply maybe coming here to this view and come to this ending part, this ending here, and change it. Click on is top or roof column. That we want to make sure that this column is the top column or roof column. It unchecks the group by level stack, so it will create the same reinforcement all over again across all the columns, well, just to the top. And then you can specify the length, like Vision 150. However, you want to use it depending on what you want. And then the auto splice settings, and you can specify your clicker as well. Lap option, same thing. I'm going to just come here and generate rebar. Okay, now I selected just one to one. I'm going to select multiple. Generate. Watch what happens here. What happens here to select all the top column. On finish. Let's see what happens. We have them created this way. Quite easy. Same thing everywhere. So if you check your 3D view, you have the same error, which is what we all want. Okay. I don't want this to go past 2 hours. So if you have questions, comment, please let us know. Let us know. Bring in the questions. Let us know. Aha. So before I tag all the columns, I'm going to show us something. Okay, we created a new update for circular columns. As you can see, circular column, we selected it and checked rectangular column. It created rectangular bars for rectangular column inside of the circular column. So you just need to find it, or you can just come here in your elevation view. Let me make sure I have something a bit bigger. If you make the a bit bigger, then come to your main bars and pick circular bars. I'm going to make it 8 to 16. Stirrups, I'm going to change stirrups to the shape size, which is a shape code, which is 75, the circular ring. And then I'm going to pick group by level stack, stop or column. I'm going to check that. I'm going to pick one at a time, clap option, however I want to become generates. Click this, out what happens, creates my circular bars for me. Let's see. And then I can come here and then check the on ending, set the ending to stop all columns, so it will create bars for just this top column. That's the final column on this time. And generate. Pick this and does this for us. Very easy. So now, the next part. Awesome. Think we've been able to get a positive response. Thanks for answering that. Thanks. That answers my question. Thank you very much, Yusuf. I will be happy to answer your question. Okay. All right. So for I think we have a question. I'm going to go through beam detailing. A question from Ogene. So we have to create the views first before creating the rebars. No, that's not correct. You can create your rebars first and create the views later. There's no rule to how you should create it. You can create your rebars first and then create your views later, or you can choose to create the views first and then create the rebars later. Me, I would like to create the views first because in situations where I want the bars to be different. For example, now this is the 16 mm bar. And I want to make sure that these first columns have 20 mm or 25 mm, and then the other ones we have something different like 16 mm. So let's try it out. So I love to make sure that whenever I'm creating I have all the views, then I can work with each column on the view. I don't have to do it on 3D. I can choose to do it on 2D. Makes it easier for most people that like working on 2D. Can do it here. So that's why I created it in this environment. I created the views first and then created the reinforcement. So you can see both the 3D and also section, the elevation and section views. Okay, so I'm going to come here and then I want to do something. Like I said, I want to make sure that I had like different bars for, let's say this. I want 20 mm here. I want 20 mm to go through these two columns. I want the ending to be all right, so I want to create the 20 mm rebars for the first two columns, the one on the ground floor and on the one on the first floor. Just come here to select multiple. You can see this 20 mm generates. What happens? Click finish. Oh, sorry, I used the wrong stirrup. It should be shear 52. Generates. Click 12. Finish. See, start 20 mm bar, and this one still remain. Oh, sorry, this should not be good by the start. So if you are doing this, if you want to use multiple reinforcements in the different column stack, okay, I see. The reason you asked is because you created the rebar first before placing the rebars in training. That's because of maybe the rebars were turned off in your view. So it's possible that your rebars were turned off in your view. One thing you can do is to remove this template from this particular view. Go to your visibility graphics and ensure that structural rebar is turned on. You get it? Turn it on. It says turn on. Check if there's any filter that hides any of your rebars and uncheck the filters. You get it? Make sure you uncheck the filter and make sure that it's just the column rebars that are showing. So I think it must be a visibility issue. Maybe the bars were hidden in that view, just for you to quickly turn them on. That's all. So I think that answers the question. Let me know if it answers the question. You can try it out. We're going to answer this question from Yusuf. Can you please take us through the Beam Retail once again? I'm going to do that. And we have very nice updates there as well. So nice for you to see it. All right. So this is for the situation where we have multiple bars. I'm just going to quickly check this for a reason. I want my ending to be the lap option. I want it to be to lap at the top, to crank at the top. I mean, so I just select these two columns, click on finish, see what happens. I have a 20 mm bar, 20 mm bars. Let's see, 20 mm on this, and 20 mm, and then you have 16 mm. 16 mm stuff. So you can have multiple records in your view. So if I'm going to, we have a very nice feature here. I have to color your bars. You can do that in 3D view. For example, now in this view, color bars gives you it. Let's click on apply. If you don't like the choice of colors, you can change them. Maybe you're 10, you want to make it yellow, something. I'll change the yellow and apply colors again, gives you yellow. So you check here, you see works for your particular view. And then if you want it to be just one color, a generic color, all of them have the same color, just apply. So you can see you have everything at red. You want to change it to black, orange, let's see, orange works as well. So and clear the colors and take it back to normal. I can just go to this and then apply. Yeah, so that thing for your view, I know most people like to make their colors dark grayscale. I mean, so this you don't want to have like green, yellow, orange on your elevation view. So just come to generic color, activate this view, pick black in the situation, and check my what's this tool called thin lines. Make sure it's unchecked so you can see the thickness of the line. I click apply. So it applies to everywhere on the view, on the sheet rather. You can see this. So I'll quickly come to my either tab. Let me tag this guys. Pick column, then templates, pick this guy, centralize arrow, and the tag type, centralize this. And then pick this tag all from sheets. You can tag everything from sheet like this. Apply. Allow it to tag. Just place on it. You can see tag this. She wants it. You can see it here. Maybe a tag. Just like that. See a very clean pattern gives you for a situation like this, you can just move this out or move it on the sheets or rearrange the sheets. So same as your section views. Method 3, pick the bar mark in this case, but just bar mark. I want this spacing to look like the space offset from the 70. Let's click on apply. Watch what happens to the tag and the column sections. Amazing, as you can see, gives you this for all of the sections, even for your circular columns. Very clean. So this gives you your column details in a Jiffy. So for again, if you have issues with your rebars not showing, make sure you check your visibility graphics. That must possibly be the issue. So now let's quickly dive into the Beam rebars. It's very important we show you these updates. It's amazing. We also created this situation where you have this multiple beams. So it captures collinear multiple beams broken at the column supports And you can also sort out your cantilever bars, and cantilever bars have been captured. Cantilever beams, have been captured. And you can also merge bars at different of two different spans together. So I'll come to beam rebar, very simple. Yeah. So I'm going to turn on the light mode, because for demo reasons, I think I was going to hide all the bars and the other bar here in this case. Review. So now I'm going to create the rebars first, and I'm going to create views later so that I can answer the question that Ogene asked or raised. So we are answering this question from you. So we want to go to the BNB once again. It's that breaks that column intersection. Thank you. We love that you asked that question because it's one of our updates. So just stay tuned as you see how it works. I will show you how it works. So now go back to beam rebars, and then I'm going to. I'll just pick like the way it works. As you can see, there are two buttons, new buttons here, just above your select beam. You can see under this detect collinear, you can see the tool CV shows that when a continuous beam is modeled as separate segments, broken at support, selecting any one segment lowers the whole collinear run at the continuous beam to span. It's explains to explain what it does. So this select multiple beams, so if you select all the beams, and so all your beams in the model, all your beams on that level, generate beams at once. So you don't have to be doing it one after the other. So now I'm going to play with this. Let's pick one of them. This guy. See, automatically it created the beam overview. You also see the span elevation and also the cross section as well. So I can just go through the spans and see how it looks like. Normally, we have like templates that you can use here. I already created templates. You can save template, use template. I want to use templates. Already I want to load it. And then there is this new setting we've had there. It's called Autolap crankshaft support. It does the autolap for you. This is crazy. Crazy new feature. I think I need to show my camera right now. Because my expression is very important. So it's a very, very nice feature, and I want you to check it out right now. So when I click on generate bar, just to see how it works. Generate bar. See how it generates the new bars for you. Amazing. See the cranks. See the cranks that it supports. If I do this, let me show this properly. Imagine how the cranks are created. Very clean cranks. Let's see now. Lines, the way you detail your bars normally into the achieve that for you in Revit easily with just one click. You didn't have to even do anything yourself. I didn't have to come to each span and specify this and this and this. But institutions where you need to maybe modify a particular span, let's say in this case, I modify this span and I want to have like an extra layer, extra bottom layer, maybe an extra 3T20. I can come to the bottom here for additional layers. Let's click on. Okay, this is additional layers. No, this one is from this span. I've had layers. T20. I see 3 of them. I can also determine the extension. Get. I click on generate rebar, watch what happens. Here is the span. See what happens. Generate the span for the layer. It's extra layer for you. Extra bar. Amazing. So if I just zoom into it a bit, see this extra layer, it goes from the support into, so you can even reduce We use it to make for curtailment reasons. At the start, we want it to minus 300. No, just put 300. And the other one, maybe you want to make it at that. Let's say 300 as well. I just simply do this, generate rebirth. Generate rebirth. What happens? It just brings the bars a bit behind, away from the column. You can also play around this. Maybe you want someone to be a bit more. Just change to 500. And this. Okay, that's the end. That's the start. So this 300 should be 500. So we want to edit this particular bar. Want it to go backwards a bit. We have changed to 500 and generate. So because of the way I rotated it, I should move it from the. I should be the other direction. If I do this, that's how it should be. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. You see it here. So this cranks was activated through this button, auto-lap cranks at support. Yeah. So for example, now I want to merge the bars here on this pan and the next pan. I can do that by just merge top bars with the next pan. And watch what happens. I'm going to see what happens here. On generate free bar. Sweet. And maybe it's simply by a crease for you. Just a bar with the crank. So you can go through multiple spans with just this checkbox. Find the same thing for your bottom bars. I'm going to minimize this a bit. I can have more space here. The bottom bars, I want to do the same thing. Just keep on generate. Imagine, so clean. So clean. So clean. I can do the same thing here for this third span and the last span. For the third span, and I want to merge the last span, merge bottom bar to the last span and just merge it. I see this. Amazing. I have a L-shaped bar all the way between two spans. Like we really have beam rebars in Revit. Amazing look, amazing size. Amazing, to be honest. So I can just easily maybe apply or adopt this and save it as a new template for other beams. So see new webinar in picture. I save it from save. Save, you can see it at bottom here, the notes, the template, new ribbon being saved. Yeah, and I can then come and quickly create my beam views so that I can see all of the beams. I'll create elevation views, elevation beam section, colonial groups. I'm going to do for the colonial groups now. Exactly. It's so clean and system. Thank you. I think I need to show this comment. It's really a great update. Yes, it is. So clean and system. It's really a lot of time, to be honest. So now let's quickly go to the beam views to think one way to answer the next question. I've just create section as per beam or just span. Go to dimensions. My dimension. Almost pictures 1.5. Shift configuration. Pick your name, this section table. I want to place my sections at the bottom of the sheet so I can have like some good space. And then my beam space placed at, and let's say 10, and section is placed at 5. Let's see how it looks like. So remember we numbered our beams. So remember, see this. These beams are 1B. This 1B8. We're going to detail this beam now. To answer Isu's question, I'm so pumped to show you how this particular one works. So let's quickly do this. I'm going to call out, create views for the first floor, just click on create. And then do this. Highlight everything, click finish. Okay, wait for it to load. So you can use these plugins concurrently. Open them up side by side. It helps you do your stuff. Well, is so sorry. Okay, so Vim elevations 1 of 2. So you can see it's created Vim elevations that want it clean. All the break lines, dimensions at the base, at the bottom. You can see them. Everything. All right, let's look for that particular beam. As you can also see the sections here. I think the sections are way having the spacing is too much. I can just undo and then redo the elevations, changes to, let's say, 30. So let's see how 30 looks like. Yep, with the same thing. You just want the section to be a bit spaced. You don't have too much spacing together. You want them spacing to be way closer than how we had it. And so we do. Okay, did we? We really didn't have that spacing. Let's change it to 20. Sorry. I'll make sure that they're closer than what we have right now. Okay. They just try to get what works best for you. I don't want to have to be arranging the section views myself manually. The goal is to cut down time on all of these things. Aha, you can see it looks way better. Way better with all the dimensions. Very clean. Okay, so now you can see this beam, the one with the multiple sections, created sections for all of them. But where you have scenario, you have a single sections, it creates. Okay, when you click on default template, nothing happens. Okay, okay, we are going to make sure that we look at that and see what's the problem. And if it's from us, we're going to make sure that the default template gives you a default rebar setting and just update and then play it and use for your rebars. I mean, so yeah, thanks for the feedback. We're going to look into it. So now for the beams now, I'm going to quickly go to particular beam that we have detailed. You can see the beam showing here. See how it looks. So nice. So nice. All I just need to do is to come to my either tag rebars, big beam, centralized star rule, and this is okay. Then tag all of this functions. Okay, the same is equal max with that. Just activate it on the view and go ahead and tag. And what happens? As it's so cleanly. All you just need to do is just do a few movements here and there. Maybe you don't want this part to be here, just move it. You don't want the part to be here and tag to be here, just move it. And that's all. That's good. You have your beam the way you want it to be. Amazing. Like, imagine this is done on all your projects and for all your beams. I have not even shown you how you can do it for all the beams at once. It's very, very easy. So you have this situation. Think where the tag is, you can see the sections around here. You can just move it a bit to your arrow key, maybe towards the center or something. Somewhere you can actually use to tag your. So now let's quickly go to multi sections to quickly answer the question that Yusuf asked. This one, amazing. I love to look at it from 3D view. You can also look at it anyway if you want it. Maybe let's make it both scenarios, both 3D and 2D. But we bring this down here. Okay, top extra bars are the supports. Okay, we have where is that? Let's check that. Let's look for that. think we have a question here. Can you do an example where you had top extra bar that supports? Okay, let's see if we can do that. Come back to this beam rebar. And then let's see. At the supports, that's for example span 1. Okay, I think span 2. If we need, and that's the span. Here the support are somewhere. Okay, yeah, this. Let's see top, then additional the bottom stop. Additional bars. Okay. Yep. I had an extra layer. Let's see what it does here for us. Make it 3. And then generate. Oh, nice. You did it. So I think that answers your question I was looking at. You have an extra bar. Yeah. You can add an additional layer to maybe an extra 2 bars or something. It gives you the extra 2 bars. So if you come to this, if you create this, let's just copy the section. Just for viewing sake. And then maybe put a bit away from this. Open it. You have this. So I think that answers your question. Again, yeah. So we want to go back to answering what's the name? Yusuf's question. I like to see it in 3D as well. Yes, this is it. So I'm going to click on this. This button, I'll make sure I tick it detect collinear beams. Once I click on detect collinear beams, I click on select beam. I just come here and pick any of the beams on this continuous beam, any of them. I can pick this and it does this for me. You can see all the sections, all the spans. You have like, it shows you that this is a 900 beam, it's a 600 beam, 600 beam, and a 900 beam. If I move across them, you can see the different sections. I see at the top here, you have a 300 by 900 slash 300 by 600. How you will name your beams, right? To make sure that it's captured as well. Mixed sections, you can see mixed section at the top there. There's a lot we put into it. It took us some time to figure this out actually. That's why we did not have it at the beginning of the when we launched the product. But now, let's see how it works. Now, if we just use the default setting like this, let's move out the margin and what have you. Let's just load default templates. Let's load it, unload the rebar. Now, it assumes that the crank will happen at support. You can see it cranks here, cranks here, cranks here. So, okay. I'm going to uncheck this. I don't know if I want the cranks. There. So I just move this. I remove the auto lap cranks at support. Uncheck it. Check on generate rebar now. See what happens. Okay. All right, so I can do that. I can do something here. Yeah, I have this bar. I want to extend it into the support. I just need to come to the bottom bar in this case. And then I look for the extension and I make it 400. Let's see what happens. You can see that's extended here. I think it's on this side. Oh, great, it's on this side. Oh, we picked the wrong diameter. It's saying 50 mm. Sorry, with 20 mm. The next, you can see generated it. And then for the next span, which I believe is this, I think just the orientation. Next span, I want the extension to be, we're going to be the start. I'm going to change the extension to maybe 700 to 900. Oh, sorry, I changed the hook. Not the hook, it should be the extension, 900. Click on generate rebar. See what happens. Amazing. So I can change it to maybe 1,200 if I want it. I'll go to this other span, the next one. It's going to be the end. End will be 1,200 as well. So you can play around these mixed sections like this. You can see. And then I want to crank these guys. I want to make sure that there's a crank here. So we've created a list for you to create this crank that you want. You can edit the crank in this situation, unlike the columns, which you're going to work on. Can edit the cranks for this building. Let's look at that. That's for this previous span. That's this particular span here. That's fine. You can see, we should do the same thing here. You should see it in your 3G. Let's see. So we'll just make sure that it is looking good. So, I crank my bars here. So I just come to the stats. I want to crank the bars at the stats. You can see it's showing the crank. I can reduce the extension to, let's say, 600. See what happens on the viewer. Can we change the tail length to, let's say, 600 as well? It's changing. And I want the rise to be maybe 30 at the height of the crank. 30. And if I click on generate, see what happens? Oh, sorry, it's on the other end. Sorry, it should be on this end. Let's see. 600. Generates. So you can see, yeah. Now it is away from this guy. You can either do it manually by just dragging this guy like this, but you still have to do some editing. But you don't need to do that. Just come to the extension here and see what works for you. I can change this to 1,200. Let's see what happens if I change to 0. No, this is 1,200. That's 600, I guess. 900 or 1,200. I can't remember. Okay, so it's the end. This end we are changing 1,200. And see how it has edited this. You get it, you can see it in real time in the view. So if I change to 1,000, it updates automatically. So if I click on generate now, see what happens. Amazing. I can just click the dimensions as I want. Great. So I already have like a template for this. After doing this, I save the template. I come here, I call it mix section. Just load it. Then generate free bar. Oh, amazing. See how it looks. So we missed our crank. I think something we missed out is that we didn't create the ability to just remove, to uncheck this auto crank for specific layers, like the top bars, the bottom bars. So it just does it for everything. So we can fix that and put that as an update. So you can see this now, you have like your sidebars because we added sidebars. And then if you check it here in section, you can see the sidebars, you can see the bottom bars, sidebars. And so we can just add our crank here. That's for this span. We can add our crank. And at the top, add cranks here. But as you can see, it's updating automatically. Change the rise to 30, 35, change to 30 as well. Make it the 1,000. 1,000 as well. But then you need to extend it at the start, so maybe by 1,000. No, I didn't extend by 1,000. Let's see how it looks like without the extension. Aha, see, it looks cool. So the rest of my knowledge looks cool. I can do the same thing I can even merge the spans, but let's just do the same thing here. Crank here. Forward is 30 rise. 30 rise there as well. And then the length of the tail will be 1000 or 1000 as well here. 1000 here as well. As you can see, I see the graph there. And just click on generate. And it generates it from, oh, this one needs to go back a bit. So I can then reduce the expansion at the top, let's say by 300. It needs more. I think 500. So we make sure we are giving you that control. So however you want to do is let's say 6. So you can see this. Aha. Same here. So that applies there. You can come change to -600 as well. So you have control over this. You can play around it however you want to think. Yep. Can as well add your crank at the bottom. Add your crank. I think should be the end. Let's see. Let's just generate and see which one does the magic. Okay, then that's end. Sorry, we're on the wrong span. Not the wrong span too. Let's see. So these situations where you need to. So sometimes you just have to do the hard work of making this work. Let's call this. Let's say 600, and then you'll take it backwards a bit. Say this is 300. It's 100 something. So yeah, this solves your problem in a way, and then you have this. Or you can even merge the entire thing into one. I can say these two spans should merge to top bias next span. I don't want to see all this too much detail. So same thing, and see it here. Amazing. So I can then maybe go to the last spans and see how I can crank them as well. Crank them at the top, because that's where the invite is. Crank them at the top. Yeah, it starts. But yeah, it's gonna get starts. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, change the rise to 30. The rule is 1:6, so that's why we are doing that. So draw it. Or 1,200 in this case, I guess. Depending on what your something is. Start with 1,000. Let's say this is okay, and then we change the extension to -300. Let's see how it looks like. Aha. And do this. And then replicate this thing on the same span, the last span. I think that's span 1. It's going to be at the end, I believe. Span end. I keep this as 30, 600, or as 1, 2. And the extension at the end is going to be a -300. Let's see how it looks. Amazing. As you can see, you can even tell from the viewer what to expect. The fact is, I can then do the good work of saving this template. So I want to do that again. I'm tired of the work as in the repetition. I just save it. And I can even delete all the bars in this, and then let me show you how I've saved it already. Save again for the short. Let me delete all the bars here. Or maybe there's another type of mixed section. Let's select all of this. Come back to my library bar. Then load it and just generate. Use 0. Sorry. Overlap. Selected. Oh, we added. Oh, we can remove at the bottom of this pan. We can merge both of them together. We will save this section as well. Oh, we did not save it well. We didn't save it. Oh, we managed them together. Oh, I see. See. Merge top. Oh, sorry. It should not be merged like that. So that's how you just get to understand how this works. Let me run this. I'm on the last one. Link this. Okay. Okay, we did not do we did not set. Let's save the crank for this, did we? Oh, because it's merged with the previous pan. No, we don't need to merge it yet. So, great. So we have this. There's this file that has to be like this pan. Pan 3 and left pan 3. Great. So I think we resolved the issue. I have this swapped now, so then change to 100. Want 100 as well. So a bit of updates here and there just gives you clarity on how a bit of adjustments helps you to understand how the bars are being placed. So I can just take this off. You can see that this is the end of the bar that needs to be extended. Just change -300. And the left hand side is start. Can the crank of the top bar done in the mid span? We have a question here. In the mid span. You mean the crank of this bar? Okay, trying to get your question properly. The crank of the top bar. Can you clarify again? Is while you're clarifying, typing in the message, I can just maybe reduce this by 400 or something. It looks way better. And then take the bottom bar of the crank at the end there. Turning the crank there, so yeah, can just extend it by 900. 1000, however you want it to be extended. Yep. Yeah, so I think we have this. We are good. Let's save this again. Yeah, save. So now another thing is to make sure that we see that 3D this side looks like on 3D. So elegant, so nice, so fine. So cool. You have your sidebars on both sides. Then you have this. Well detailed. Okay. Oh, sorry, I was hiding. Yeah. You can see all of them in 3D. So let's just try and do this thing for all the beams. Let's see how it looks like for all the beams. So we'll save this. Let's go to another. Let's just go to different templates. Go to crank. And pick all the beams. You have this select multiple beams option. And just come to this my 3D view. And then pick maybe this right hand side or any side. I want to select all the beams on that part. So select multiple beams. This. Select all the beams there. Finish. I click load templates and click on generate rebar. See, it generates the rebars for this guy. the elaborate run for you to see the outcome. Okay, I think. Okay, let's see. Select events. Oh, that's what it's doing. It's putting them, it's creating the first beam. So I'm just going to do something. I'm going to select all the beams and I'll check the simple supported beams, So that continuous beams will not be created that way. I'm going to check this side. Okay. Yes, the position. Okay, yes. To answer the question, yes, the position of the cranks can change. That's why you have this tool here that helps you to add crank. It overrides this auto lap. If you want the auto lap if you don't want to crank, if you want the plugin to crank the bars for you and support alone, you can just uncheck it and come and set your crank yourself. Specifying, you can see what's happening here on this end. Uncheck it, it becomes a normal bar, but when I check it, it cranks up. As you can see, it's changing. So you can play with that. You can pick however you want it to be. You can extend this. The crank can be at the, so if I do this, sorry, maybe I change the angle. It's going to be at the start. So we'll change it to -500. See how it moves. The way it's moving, that's how it's going to create the bars. So you can definitely crank at mid-span, however you want it to be. It's just for you to impute the right offsets or extensions, either at the start or at the end of the span, and it gives you what you want. I'm going to check this back and see. Changes to whatever it was. So I'm going to select what it brings again. I'm going to uncheck simply supported beams like this one, like this one. I didn't show you the situations where you have cantilever. I'm going to make this one as well. Let's see. I'll also maybe like this one too. Just uncheck these beams. I think we are good. Now we finish. I can then load templates. Also lap plan for support. I also enter the lap length however you want. You want 60, the tensile lap compression lap, depending on whatever you want. Let me hide this comment. I'm trying to create for multiple beams at once. So let's see how it looks like. Click finish. And I click on generate. Let's see, I generate the reinforcement based on selections. Obviously, the multiple beams that are continuous. You can see it's, you can see that it's creating them. It's actually the way you want them to be. Amazing. So they have all your beams. So in situations where you just want to for example, this cantilever beam, you want to just specify, want to select, checking multiple beams, select just this beam and not detail the beam because this is a unique beam. It has a cantilever there. I want to show you how you can do that. So I just load and come to this pan that is the cantilever. I think it's the one that has 2750 as a span, as you can see. If I measure it in this view, that should give me between the span, that should give me, see. Well, I can't find it within the beam somewhere there, yeah. Let's say this is 300 per set. Let's say 2750. Look, it's taking it to the center. Oh, I guess taking it to the center of the beam. Yeah, 2750. Say cantilever. So now this cantilever, we have this option to pick cantilever span. Cantilever span. Once I click on cantilever span, you see what happens. The bar extends into the next span. You can specify how much the anchor should be. It should be 1.5 times the next span. Cantilever so times the next cantilever length, or whatever. You can choose 1.5. You can pick to whatever you want it to be. 1.5 is the default, which is what most people use for the cleaning and it comes in every bar. So what happens? What happens? Amazing. Decrease the bar, and then you can then merge with the next bar. Next up by the next bar. So what happens? So I think that's the previous span. Right above in the next span. Yep. That's it. Now have your cantilever bar like this. Going between this cantilever and then into the span. It makes it very, very, very easy to present to the theorem. So I think we are good. So if we want to quickly detail this, because we already time is gone. We've done 2 hours already, so we need to quickly close up. I want to detail all of this. Let's go back into this alone. On call out all the bars. Just come to Island and Tag bars. Pick your BIM template, I'll go from sheets, and then apply. Let it run for a while. Then you see the magic it creates. All right, so I think we are done. It's done. Calling the bars out. So where you need to maybe, sorry, I double clicked on the tag. It's going to take us to the family editor. Going back. So then you need to just move your bar, your tag, and just move it like this easily. And maybe this scenario where you have to move this one too. Very good. We have that. You can see you have this as well. Yes. There's 3 cleanups here and there, and yeah, it's good. So it created additional bars everywhere. I think we need to edit that. Let's see. Okay. So we can come and do the same thing for our parts. There are lots of additional bars here. Let's see how it detail how to call the sections out. So you guys use the scenario. Yep. Where are we? Where's our bin, our head and tag? What's this? Head and tag rebars. I don't know the slide and taggings. We are tagging the rebar section. First section tag. Enter 3. Mark. Apply. So you can see, having them. Another thing we can do, for example, is that we can tag only the first and last bars alone. By just checking this. Just apply. Oh, sorry, I can undo rather. Yeah. Tag first and last bars alone. Click apply. See what happens? Tags just the first and last bar, where you have the first and the last bar. Amazing, right? Thank you. I think we have a very nice feedback from YouTube. I mean, all with what this plugin can do. The main thing that stood out for me is the time saving while giving you the best you can get. Yes, that is what we are giving to you. Yeah, time saving and also quality. The quality of your drawings won't be compromised because when you are doing stuff manually, you just tend to make certain mistakes because of fatigue, tiredness. Imagine you are putting cards for all these beings manually by yourself. You know how that can be frustrating. Sometimes you might even miss some bars. And then, come on, you are like, what? I can't kill myself, right? But this is giving you the time. It's something you cut down time, and it's also giving you the quality that you would want to give to your drawings. So you can't tell me that this is not a plain drawing you can take to site. Imagine doing this and you just like both slab, columns, beams in less than 2 hours, and you're done with the project. Amazing, right? So, and the last thing I'm going to thank you very much, Yusuf. I thank you for your immense feedback. It's amazing. You love to see feedbacks like this. It gives us wings. I want to screenshot this so we can use for noise making. Make noise with the bits. All right, so I'm going to hide comment now, and then I'm going to come here and then tag. Sorry, what am I doing? I want to color my bars. Yeah, I'm color the bars, which is very important. Because usually we need to make sure that it looks good. It needs to look good. It needs to look good. Come on. For example, now this bar is early. Yeah, they have different colors. I want it all to be black. I just come and pick my black color here. Apply it. And you're able to color black. All your drawings are in black now, including this guy's section in color black. As you can see. So it's amazing, right? Quite amazing. So I'm seeing something bars in this section. You have like 2 layers, but it's showing just that's what's happening. Oh, the tags are together. We'll work on this. That's why demos like this are important. We see some of the errors. As the tags are together, we're going to make sure that they are separate from each other before we dish out your bit. I think this is another one. Let's see which rows this belongs to. Okay, the bottom one. So the the bottom part is behind, top part is above. See. All right. So this is what you should expect, but definitely it's tagging them so you can just spot it. As you can see, very beautiful. We have your break lines there for you. Now, you know how frustrating it is. Many of us will miss out this. So, okay, now we have a question. This viewport that we use, we want to create it ourselves. Okay, well, the interesting thing is, yes, it's meant so far. This viewport, when you say this viewport, do you mean the section 4.4, section 4.4, being 1B8, this particular one is what you're talking about? Kindly confirm. Again, or what are you talking about? I see the sidebar as well. Created your sidebars A. Thank you for joining us. You should turn on the user line. Oh yeah. Okay, yes. Thank you for clarifying. Just okay, I just clarified. I want to turn on the leader. Okay, this was closed. Yeah. I think it's ending up on this. So I think we're going to do something about the sidebar, so it can be called as one bar, possibly called out as 6-12 instead of 3, just like the column does it. We're going to work on that. So, but if that is something you can work on by yourself, you can finish by yourself, not an issue. But yeah. So now, to answer your question, viewports. About the viewports, yeah, you should creatively have, if it comes to the family, yeah, you would see View plots on that, sorry, beyond the annotation symbols. That's all under annotation of symbols. Yeah, this is a view name title, view name title, view section title. Thank you, but edits, so you edit it with what gives you. Let's type this guy. So you see it, so you can just create it as a view title. But what we are going to be doing, like we promised, is that we are going to provide the template inside of the Struct Views plugin. It's going to be here, so you don't need to do it yourself. You can just import it directly into your project. But I think that's going to be a game changer, so you don't have to worry about that. In our next updates, we'll have the import, just like we did for Riba Automate, where we have this import Riba components. We're going to import few components, right? So all these things can come in to your project without having to do it manually. Does that help? Does that answer your question? Okay, and if that's your question, just let us know in the comments. Yeah. All right. I think to a very large extent, we've been able to cover what this tool can do for you. I forgot to mention that if you want to create your foundation, don't forget that Riba Automate can as well do it for you. I'm going to do something. Okay. About 2 minutes. I try to, I didn't load it on my project here, so I'm going to load it from. So, okay. Okay, then looking forward to the next update. Definitely, we're going to give you all that we have promised you. All we promised all our users, you're going to get it. So, thank you. Expect it next week. All right, so for the foundation rebars, so that we can quickly close up this webinar, just like your column rebars, we'll just change the partition to foundation, or let's call it whatever you want to call it, right? And then I can adopt footing cover this existing bars, footing definitely. I can pick one at a time, or pick one, just like your columns. And then for bottom, for institution where you just want to create bars for your maybe pad basis, where you don't need to what's the word now? Where you don't need like the top bar, just bottom bars in 2 directions, X and Y. I'm just come here and to get this quick bottom bars. If you for pie tabs, we need top bars and you also need side bars. I want to show you both scenarios. So I'm going to pick the bar diameter to 16 mm, and groups 300 or whatever. Maybe want to change spacing. Spacing. That click generates. I pick one at a time, like this, generates the bars for you, like and then call out on your other view. Or can undo all of this and then use picks, select multiple, generate, and select multiple. This guy is. I'll just do this. This, click finish. And it does this for you at once. The same way. So now, in the scenario where we need to do this for our PyCap, we made it very, very amazing. Now, this works for any PyCap shape. Irregular PyCaps, regular PyCaps, PyCaps with 3 pounds. All you just need to do is to activate the top bars at hooks at the end. 300. So this one to be 20 at 150 at the bottom. At top 20, can you say 16? Let's say 16 at 200. Well, probably just well. And the anchorage, that's the hook. Yeah, let's say 700. I think this PyCap is a 1,000 and 1 meter of 6 PyCap. I'll just make it 700. And top bars as well, 700. That's the hook. That's the hook that goes up. And then sidebars. I want to create sidebars. I don't want to create view bars there, just the perimeter bars or the listener bars. It's going to be T12. I use T12 for design, business design. You should use that. Just pick whatever part type works for you. And then click on generate. You can see I can click select multiple, pick one at a time. You can do that. So you can just see how it works anytime. Amazing. See your pipes being created like cake. All the gaps this kniving you need well created. I would like to do something, maybe even color the bars so you can see how it looks. Color the bars. Yeah, amazing. See? And then call them out on plan. As you want to, just come back here, generate. Let's come, pick the bar, pick the guy. See how it does it for your pie carve group with 3 files. Just click this. Or you can use the multiple selection. And multiple selection on the array. Just pick all of them. I just highlight that I want to highlight give it kind of. You know how this works on Revit. Yep. So, and then click finish. And there's it's in no time. You can see. Yeah. So, your bars, your sidebars. We want to color them once. Do this T12, maybe a yellow color, so you have to be a bit bright. 16 should not be this deep green. I like green, it should be better off. And use that to be red. Yeah, I like red. It's my favorite color. Aha. Zoom in, you can see this. Cute, very cute and beautiful. I would like to hear comments about the foundation rebar. If you have any comments, can you drop it? Let's see what you think. Let me know what you think about foundation rebar. So also, I can model a very, very, very irregular shaped die. And then you do this. Maybe in situations around where you need creating pie cards that are very, very regular. It happens a lot of times because of maybe the as-built drawings that the contractor sends to you shows piles which should be at a particular distance from each other. They're far away from each other. You need to make sure that they all stay on one pile cap. You have to not start extending the geometry of the pile cap to capture these piles. So you can have situations like this, or you can have situations like this. What would you do? Because it can be very tricky. It can take time to detail those. But imagine doing this with this tool and we are playing with maybe 25 mm and then 20 mm like that. Let's generate and click. I like to use it one at a time. Poof! Amazing. Does it amazingly well. Same thing as this. I removed. Yep. So you can see it. There you can use the split rebar to those split bars that are more than 12 meters or something. So strip foundation. That's a very good question. Let's see what about strip foundation. Strip foundation. Let's create something. Interestingly, I've never tested it for strip foundation. Let's see if it does something for us. Okay. Within the top bars, just more like your part. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Let's say T12 or T16, whatever it is. Let's say T12. And then you have both directions. Okay. Oh, it's not picking a strip foundation. It should pick it. Thank you for raising that up. Thank you for raising that up again. I think there was a filter that we did in our code that took out strip foundation. We're going to check it. Or if you want to use a normal, like a slab, whatever it is, like something like this, let me just say strip foundation is this. Definitely, we'll just add it as one of the elements that are allowed. Ground floor. Give me a ground floor. Yeah, where is this guy? Okay. Maybe this generic, not the floor this time, it's the foundational. We're going to work on this. Thanks for raising that up. That's why we love feedbacks from our users. It gives us wants to fly beyond our own imagination. But normally, sometimes we skip certain things that we know should be there. We don't know, most because first skipping because it means we don't know. So I can just pick this. Big. Assume that this is a strip footing. Assume as well as your the retaining wall footing. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. Should be ground floor. Oh, it should be ground floor. And it should be foundation level. Okay. It should go to foundation level instead. So we are going to make sure it appears. And we allow strip footings like this. Just like that. The way this strip footing will work, with the same way this will work. Select this. Oh no, it's not placing in the right direction. I see. But this is another thing we need to work on. We have to work on direction. All right. So we have a lot to do. A few things to add. Well, thank you very much for raising that feedback. We've been able to pick spot 2 things that needs to be fixed. So yeah, if there are any other questions, we can take them. We have been able to solve 80% of it in Revit. We are proud to say that this is already being used by top companies across Nigeria. If I start mentioning names, you'll be surprised. They are our clients now. So you need to let your company know that there is a tool that can save them hours of time. I can even prove this to you. If you come to the KS Studio installer, you have a section of the installer that shows you how much time you are saving. How do we calculate that? We look at how much time it take you to do these things manually, and then calculate how much time the plugin is doing it for you. And you would see what the time saved is just the difference between the manual time you would use to create stuff like this, your drawings as detailed as this, then as against the automated time. So if you come to user reports, you will see. This week alone, because of course, definitely I am doing a demo. I'm always testing the plugin, so it's showing this 3 hours. No, just today alone, saying I saved 21 hours of work, and they're very conservative. So you can see all of this, and you can even see the top tools you use and how much time you save on each tool. I understand what each of these time, all these cards mean, what they imply. Let's go through them to see. You can also create a custom range of pages between when and when. Let's say last week. Last week and today. How much time did I save? 346 hours. Amazing. This week. So let's say this month. This month is January, August. So I can say just last month. Let's see how much time I was able to save last month. Wow, this is a very, very sticky graph. So what this gives you a picture of the tools that you are using, the products that you are using, how they are saving time for you. So amazing. So if you have any questions, any comments, we are happy to take them. let us know. We are very much happy to take them. Spend over 2 hours. So it was 29 minutes. I believe that we need to touch different aspects of this tool. In case I did not touch other tools like how to join elements. The join element helps you to join elements as you want. Your flow to be instead of doing manually, this helps you to do it automatically. You can as well your merger when you need to merge columns. I can show you an example for merger. In a situation where you have columns that needs to be joined. Let me hide on the bars here. We are making this model a bit messy. Everybody view. I want to merge maybe these 2 columns into one, or all the columns here into one. And let's come to structural columns, merge. Let's create 2 columns I want to merge. And that's merging for me easily. Maybe 5 columns into 1 column. Look at this. For people that like to create their model like that all the way, it does this for you. Thank you very much, Rosalind Shogby. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, sorry, I did not really show. Yeah, this is I was trying to merge columns, and this is what came up with. I do the same thing for this. Getting well done from our big supporter, Rosalind Shogby. Thank you. Thank you for your support as well. We are doing something amazing, yes. All right, so this is how structures work. About the work, military works. A lot of tools are coming, even our structural design, and that designs your slabs, your beams directly inside of Revit. We are working actively on this tool, and we hope to release it soon. It's a tool that also just selects your components. I can just pick any components here, any slab rather. So this slab, and gives me the layout of the slab and each of the panels on that slab, and then design all the panels individually, or just change certain parameters and design all of them at once, and tells you in real time which panel is fading, which panel is passing. And also generate the rebars inside of that panel, inside of the slab. Here's the rebars. In case your panel is failing, maybe you want to change the concrete grade, or you want to increase the thickness of the slab. If I change this to 175, so what happens in real time? You have more slabs that are passing. Or if I change this to 175, if I change all the rebars to be 12 at 200, you can do that 12 at 200 here. Okay, we have a question here. We can verify whether the plugins are working correctly. Okay, for 2025, definitely it should be working. I'm going to test it. We're going to test internally, see, and if it has issues, maybe a few bugs or something, we'll resolve it on our end. And if not, we'll let you know if it's working. Thank you for raising that up. All right, so, and then beautifully, this is also able to create reports for you by just clicking on them. Let me just do this. Come to this, a browser, and click on Export Reports. So I can create a report for you in real time. You see your design reports. I can then print into PDF something. Yeah, so amazing. This is some work we are doing, and build that we should finish this in no time. All right. So I forgot to mention the serial enforcement. See the moment has been calculated, and you see the support conditions. It's amazing. It works in real time. Imagine having this lab as a preview, and it's very interactive. You can tell which panel is not working. As we are clicking on the panels, it takes you to where it is on the table here. Amazing stuff. We can change the reinforcement for that particular panel here. Maybe 12 at 150 or something. Maybe this one, I can see that the utilization ratio is close to 7. Maybe I want it to be a bit lesser. I can just change to 12 at 150. This is using design codes. Okay, this is using design codes, Eurocode and VS Code, depending on however you want to. I can see this training for you running basically VS Code. I can play around the reinforcement for this, make it work. Yeah, it's passing now, so I can say all the slabs are passing. I can now generate the reinforcement. I can generate reinforcement, generate rebars inside of Revit based on your design, which is amazing. And then you can then call it out, you can fit it, and you're done with your slab. Imagine finishing your slab in 5 minutes, right from design up to your detailing. That's amazing, right? So that's what we are trying to achieve, same as your beam, columns, and foundation. So I just rented the rebars, see what it did. Yes, all the rebars were right. But it's still work in progress, and we hope that it's going to be out very soon. Okay. The one that designs lab, okay, is asking, I think about Lorraine Taufik is asking, is this particular tool available? The structural designer, is it available? Well, currently not yet, because we want to make sure that it is fit enough to work on any model, any project, depending on whether it is complex or something. So we've been trying to test some multiple projects to make sure that this is working perfectly, not just square-shaped projects or rectangular box-shaped projects. We want to make sure that it's working completely as well. So once we're able to figure that out, I can show you we'll ship this out very soon. So thank you for asking. All right. Are there any other questions? If you have any other questions, please do also drop them. We're ending the session very soon. Please, once again, try as much as possible to get these tools. They are very affordable. I think that is one of our big selling points. We are quite affordable. In every currency, wherever you're coming from, you can see currency there. Because I'm from Nigeria, it automatically picks my location. Can sign up. Sorry, let me quickly add this one. The contract is my location. I'm saying NGN here. A1 for US, this location, and then it puts the price in there for you. And if you're from South Africa, shows your pricing in rands. If it's you're from, let's say, I think someone from Uganda and Kenya. If you're from Kenya, see the pricing in Kenya shillings. Pricing in Kenya shillings, and you have like 4 different subscription plans. You can choose from any of them. These are very affordable. If you look at them, you know it's something you can afford easily. So we are waiting for you to subscribe to our tools. Quite affordable. We know that it's something you can get. Let's spread the news. Let the entire industry know that there is a tool, there is a company that's helping engineers, people in construction work faster, so that we can focus on the actual work called engineering, focus on the creative part of engineering. So please share with your colleagues, tell your company, tell your team that, okay, we can try this out. So let's see how it works for 1 month, or definitely let's see the demo. We have awesome feedback from our users. I can tell you that these tools are driving serious change at companies. The big names in the industry in Nigeria, I don't want to mention, so it's more be like bragging rights. They already are applying. So what are you waiting for? So we'd like to see more of you sign up, register, and purchase these tools. Help us grow this company into what we want it to be. Because we want, our biggest goal is to actually create alternatives for Revit and AutoCAD. This is what we want to do. We are not just building plugins to save the day. We want to actually save the entire ecosystem from the pricing that is way beyond our economic realities yet. So we want to create alternatives for Revit, put it on the web, alternatives for AutoCAD, put it on the web, and everybody can access it Again, so if you help us right now by signing up and purchasing these tools, I tell you, this dream of creating an alternative for every time of the card will be realized easily and very soon. So thank you very much for joining this webinar. I'd like you to sign up if you've not signed up. And if you are about leaving the call, just drop a message and say, just let us know what you think about this webinar. If it's something you enjoyed, if you'd like to see more of it, if you need something special, maybe a specific kind of webinar, just drop it in the comment section before we go. I think encourage us to do more. Let's know what you think. For those that are joining, I think we have a few people watching on YouTube. I confirm LinkedIn that I think let's say, let me check how many people are watching on LinkedIn. Oh, okay. I think over 15 people are watching on LinkedIn. That's nice. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, guys. I'll call it a day now. Thank you for joining us. I'm happy that we are able to do this. We're able to get nice feedbacks. Yeah, we'll keep updating the tools to keep delivering much more value. We know that. Thank you very much to again, and thank you for showing up. Thank you for being present. So I think that's gonna be it. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. As we call it a night, have a glorious week ahead, and I hope that then you all be productive using tools like this at Kia Digital Studio. Take care and bye-bye.